Hey guys, DJ AJ101 with you here today, and I'm here with a video that I've actually almost completely forgotten about, but I did want to do a video on my new vehicle, my new car that I had gotten a little bit earlier this year back in September, and that's the Ford Fusion 2014 hybrid titanium model. And I figured I'd make a video on this because it really is a very neat car. If you've never owned a hybrid, if you've never seen a hybrid, it's actually quite neat. I'm not exactly a gearhead like your typical auto mechanic or car enthusiast would be, but I did try to do a great job and try to explain a little bit in depth what exactly this car does and exactly what it all has to offer, and it does have a lot of great technology about it as well, so I think that's also a great point to put it here on my channel. So I hope you guys enjoy. Here's the walkthrough of the 2014 Ford Fusion Hybrid Titanium. So here you go, guys. Here is the 2014 Fusion Hybrid Titanium. It is just a hair windy out here today, so I'm hoping that this doesn't cover up the audio too much, and I'm going to do my best to edit it when I get it in, of course, for editing. But here you go. Here is the exterior of the 2014, at least the one that I got, the Fusion Titanium Hybrid. As you can see, it has that really Aston Martin type design, same as the 2013 model was, of course, is with the 2014. Very Aston Martin inspired front grille here with very nice chrome accents right there in the front. Of course, does have running lights down there in the bottom. And if any of you live here in the Midwest, you'll know exactly what this is. It's an engine block heater, so you can plug your car into a standard 120 volt outlet right there. Make sure that your engine doesn't freeze up during the winter, because it does get quite cold up here in the state of Wisconsin. And again, just kind of going on the exterior here, 18-inch rims on this particular hybrid car. You have your turning lights here on your side mirrors. We also have a feature here that's on the mirrors. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's that little icon right there. It actually looks like it's two cars right there. I'm going to see if I can kind of get it where you guys can actually see it. But it kind of looks like right here that there's two cars, and it looks like there's little beams coming off. That's the blind spot integration for a system that's actually on this car. I'll get to explaining that in a bit, but this does help out a lot if you are driving in traffic a lot. Again, this is the tuxedo black exterior on this vehicle, which I think looks personally, my opinion, really nice on the car. We come back here to our fuel filler. Of course, you don't even need to go inside to eject it. You just push on it, spring-loaded ejection. But this is also what Ford is calling the capless fuel filler system, which is kind of nice on this car. You don't have to worry about unscrewing a cap, putting it back on. It's all taken care of right there. You stick your gas pump in there, pump your gas, and you're all set to go, and no water or anything gets in it. So that's actually quite nice. Just coming to the back, you can see you have the LED tail lamps back here, make it look like a really aggressive kind of looking back. And again, this is the Fusion. It says that on one side, and it says the Titanium Hybrid as well. Has lights for the license plates, and if you look right above the license plate right there, you will see it also comes with a rear backup camera. Very nice, again, when you are backing up. Singular muffler extension on the back, not too much there just because it is a hybrid. You're supposed to be saving gas, not have a dual pipe extension. And you also can see that you have a really nice spoiler lid coming off here. I do know that there is an option for a spoiler delete if you don't want it on your Fusion Hybrid. And then if you look right up there, besides the B being on there, you can see that you have your antenna for your Sirius satellite radio, FM, etc., GPS, and also the light right up there, which is another brake light. But again, kind of continuing onto this side, you can see that there is no fuel filler here on this side. Of course, it's on the driver's side, but again, you still have the same look that is from the previous side, again on this side. So it is a very sleek looking vehicle. A lot of people say this is the best looking mid-size sedan. As you can see, it is fall up here, and we have leaves that are starting to get a little bit all over the place, but that's okay. Probably one of the best looking mid-size sedans in the class. It definitely has the style of one of the best. I know if you are looking at like the Camry, I considered the Camry for a while. I also considered one of the Chevrolet Cruises. Very nice looking car as well, but I think this one really takes the cake when you are looking at pure style as an aspect. And one last thing I did want to point out before I give you guys a little bit of under the hood magic. If you look right up there, you can see something that's right behind the rear view right there. It's actually a camera. Again, that's with one of the driver's assistance packages, just like the little indicators on the side mirrors there. I will get to that in a bit as well when I do my interior tour. But without further ado, we're going to hop under the hood, see what this guy all has underneath it, and then we'll start getting into a few of the additional features on the outside. So here we go, guys. Here's what we're looking at under the hood here. Now, am I a huge car technical person? Not necessarily, but I do know a little bit about this vehicle, and I'm going to try to list the full length of specifications. You can also find it on Ford's website for this particular hybrid. Now, this one comes with the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, as well as paired with this electric motor right here, giving you a... I don't even know exactly how many horsepower it's supposed to give you, but again, I'm going to leave the description right here on the side of the video, on the video itself, so you guys can check it out. And as you guys can see, this car, because it is so new, it is very, very clean. Fluids are also all brand new. Has less than 4,000 miles on it already. I've had this thing for about a month and a half. I've taken quite a few road trips as well already with it, just getting used to driving it. Extremely nice car to drive. And again, there you have all your electric components, the electric controller on top, electric motor on the bottom, powered by these huge gauging wires right there. A lot of power obviously running through this system. And you know, the most amazing part of it is not only what's underneath the hood up here, but is what is in conjunction with this in the trunk. It's actually the hybrid battery and also the battery for the actual, like your standard regular battery you'd find in any car for the engine itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop to the back. We're going to check that out as well. So just give me 1 second. So here we are at the back of the car, like I was just saying before, and don't mind everything, and that's just the ice scraper, some coax, and my computer bag right there. But what we're looking at here is this big hump in the back. Again, this is the hybrid battery. All the individual cells are lined up under that, as well as the cooling system and whatever else is needed for the electric controller up in front, so that we can utilize this battery, taking all the electric power from it and using it to actual drive. And I do want to give you guys a quick little sneak peek of the battery that I was telling you about. That one is not necessarily user accessible, but this one is. You just kind of turn these two sliders to the side, and there you are. There is your regular state-of-the-art battery that you'd find, I guess not even state-of-the-art, just your regular battery you'd find in any vehicle. And this is the one that you would, you know, be looking to jump start or charge up if your car was in some kind of predicament. But obviously in this case, I'm not even sure how that would work because this car is so new, and hopefully I would never have to find out. But I will say this, one of the nicer things that Ford did do, at least for this particular trunk, is you can see that the actual bars for the trunk latch right here in the back are actually hidden inside this component right here. So you don't have to worry about anything getting smashed up if you're putting boxes, bags back here. It is all hidden in the side. Again, taking away from some of the trunk space, but giving you that nice assurance that you're not going to have everything just smashed because of the fact that those bars are going to be coming down. Again, this is kind of what the trunk looks like. You have your emergency hatch right here, just in case you happen to lock yourself in the trunk. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but you also have a little handle right here, so you can actually close it from the inside. So I guess, you know, if you do want to do a magic trick, that is exactly where you want to be. But closes nice and smooth, not very much to it. Other than that, let's start it up. So guys, like I was saying, because this is a hybrid, it is very quiet. And by very quiet, I mean it's barely even noticeable. Here is the key that does come with the Fusion. Again, it's got several different options: lock, unlock, double tap to remote start it, trunk unlock, as well as the alarm. And it's a very compact key for what it is. I know that there is also a metal key in here, just in case the automatic part of this key does not work. You can also unlock your car kind of a tad of a special way. You can find more videos about that on YouTube, but I'm not here to give you a full tutorial on that. I'm just going to be here to show you how the thing works. So remote start, what you want to do is you want to press the lock button, double tap this button, and the car is now started up. Now, can you hear it? Let's get up a little closer and check. You can hear a little something going on, which should be standard because that electric controller is running. Again, it's running on pure battery power right now. No gas engine. Now this is actually quite incredible, especially when you consider how loud some vehicles do get. You know, vehicles definitely have gotten quieter in the past several years, but definitely nice to have a hybrid where you don't have to worry about everything just kind of getting in the way and being a noisy vehicle. So, you know, barely hearing it running. We have some ambient noise around us. Of course, if it was quieter, I'm sure you'd be able to hear it a little bit better. But other than that, let's check out the smart key access system on the car. Now, like I was saying, this car comes with something called Smart Key Access System. So again, this is the key. This is it. This is the key. It does not have a physical key. Unless you actually needed it, you could always pop this little plastic part off here. Actually has a little notch in there where you can take the full metal key out and get in. Just in case your battery happened to die in this, it does come with a spare as well from the dealership, which is quite nice. But let's just say you have locked your vehicle like you would normally do it. So now the vehicle is locked. We've pressed it, we've locked it, we can put that key in our pocket. Now, one of the nicest parts about this smart key access system, as you can see, it's right here in my pocket. If you can see, I have my fleece and my shorts on right here. Now the car is locked, but if I come up to any one of the 4 doors, as you can see, the handles right here of that chrome accent, but they also have this little ridge pattern. That ridge pattern is actually for locking the vehicle. So if you have the key in your pocket, you're near any one of the 4 doors, you tap on that, the car is locked. Now if you don't have the key in your pocket or anywhere near the vehicle, you can't get into this vehicle. But if your key happens to be, I don't know, on the inside of the vehicle or in your pocket, you just have to reach inside the handle. It'll open the door right up. Again, that's on any one of the 4 doors. Just doing another example here to the back door. We're gonna lock it. Let's lock it from the front door. How about this? You heard it clicked, kind of locked. We can go to the back door. Same thing, has the ridge pattern. Reach in there, we've just unlocked this door. Now any one particular door can lock as long as you have the keys on it, which is very nice. But here's the thing, if you do have a full family, you might want to use the electric controller, otherwise you're gonna have to unlock your door first, go inside, unlock the rest of the doors. Again, this only works with the door on the person that the key is on. So that is a very good thing to remember, especially if you are looking at this vehicle. But other than that, it's kind of windy out here. Let's get into the internal, shall we? So we're now sitting on the inside of the Ford Fusion Hybrid, and I will say, as nice as the outside of the Fusion looks, the inside probably looks even better, in my personal opinion. As you can see, this is just where I'm sitting in the driver's side. You have a plethora of options, all automatic windows up and down, driver memory seats here on the driver's side, as well as your lock buttons right there. We have a full array here on the dash, and I'm going to get to that in a second. The seats are actually very nice leather. It's all black leather as the interior, because I don't believe there's any other option for this particular type of titanium hybrid, especially within the hybrid range. Here we look to the back seat. I will get to that in a second, but again, those are all leather seats as well. It's all LED lighting up here, so you can do that by the plethora of options that you have up here as well. Sunglass holder where you can put your sunglasses. Vanity mirrors so you can actually see what's going on, as well as you can fold this out for sun visor, everything else. So very nice. It has a white kind of top up here, I guess, which isn't very good if you're gonna have people touching it and they have dirty hands, so might want to keep that in mind. You have your handles on all 4 doors, really nice if you happen to be driving like a maniac, probably the best way to put it. But anyways, this is the interior within the front. You have a center console here, again, all leather stitched, very nice quality materials that they did decide to use. I have my garage door opener, a bunch of change, a connection for the iPhone SD card right there for the navigation, mints, everything else that goes down in there. 2 nice size cup holders, very nice and big, as you can see, compared to the size of my hand. Usually I have my phone in one, if I have a drink it's in the other. Electric park brake right here, that's where the system would go for the parallel parking assistance, which I did not get because I don't do enough parallel parking, and the rear view camera kind of offsets it to justify, I think it was like $900 or whatever it was. Again, 6-speed automatic tranny right here, your park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low modes right there. You kind of look down here, you have a little cubby that you can store stuff in, as well as another power outlet right down here where you can plug more stuff in. You do have another power AC outlet in here along with the 2 USBs that I didn't mention before. Again, your center console and cluster right here. We're going to get into all the electronics here in just a second. I'm going to show you what the rear seat looks like though before we do that. So here I am in the back seat, guys. Again, almost exactly like the front, except you don't have all the fancy controls anywhere near you. First thing though that you would notice is you do have rear vents back here, so people back here do not sweat their rear end off or freeze their rear end off in the winter. You have a standard AC 110 150 watt power connector right here, so you can plug your laptop. If you really want to bring your desktop, I guess you could do that too, right here in the back. So your standard 110 volt outlet, as well as a secondary plug right there, your standard plug for, you know, if you had an iPhone or if you had something that you could plug in here for power, you do have that back here as well. So you do have some power options to keep everybody entertained when you're on a long road trip, which is quite nice. You do have the back seat pockets right here for your maps, your napkins, or whatever else you want to bring along, your books, your iPads, all good right there. Again, like I was saying, these rear back seats are really nice. They have all leather top to bottom back here. You also have your center armrest with two very good sized cup holders. That's also quite nice. Again, leather trim is extended. This is quite a high-end titanium model here, so you can always expect there to be quite a bit. You have your speakers back here. Again, this does come with a 390 watt Sony powered sound system, I believe, with 12 speakers plus a subwoofer. Sound in here is actually quite nice. These seats also do a 60-40 fold-down split, so you can put extended packages or materials items in the trunk. So you can actually lay all this flat. You can, you know, put longer items in. It's a very nice thing that Ford hadn't taken away because of the battery being there. You'd almost think that they'd have to. Again, you have handles back here, again, with your little hooks up there for your hangers if you have suits or whatever you're bringing along. As well, a single center rear light, LED of course, so it is quite bright. Not two of them back here, but just one, so I guess that's okay. Again, what is this back here? Well, you actually have three of these, and I will talk about that in a second. This is for something with the sync system for your voice calls. You do have one over there on your passenger, you have one up there on your driver's side, and you have one back here, so everybody can be heard within the car when you are making a phone call. That is quite nice as well. But how about we get to the electronics part and actually start this thing up from the inside. And so as I make my way from the back seat again to the front seat, just in case you guys are wondering what it looks like to actually open up the door and get into one of these things, Ford again did do a very nice thing with quality wise. They have kind of like a chrome metal accent Fusion plate here. Does not light up, by the way, does not light up here on the Fusion, but it is kind of a nice chrome accent to make it look a little bit more high tech or high quality. Again, just kind of getting into the car, this is what it looks like. So here I'm sitting, the LCD screens, excuse me, are lit up right there. Closing the door makes a pretty nice thud. Doesn't exactly sound hollow, which is nice. Kind of looking right there, you can see how many miles I've driven. Just a hair under 300 or 3,700 miles. So I have been driving this thing like crazy. It's been an honor and a privilege to drive. But again, this does have push button start. As you guys, I'm sure that are watching this video already know if you checked out Ford's website. So what we're going to do, I have the key in my pocket. We're going to start it. How do we do that? Well, you just got to put your foot on the brake right down here. It will light up and push it to start it. And now we have everything going, which means the entire automatic system, my sound is coming on here, so I'm just going to turn that down here just a little bit. So now let's get to the electronic portion of this video. This is probably where I'm probably the most excited because that's what my channel is about. Anybody that's watching this video should know that is subscribed to me. So let's get to the electronics portion. This is running Sync by Microsoft. So, and it's also running the My Ford Touch system as well. So this is packed to the gills with electronics. There's a lot to do in this vehicle as far as electronics. How does this Ford system work? Well, I'm going to give you kind of a quick demo of a little bit of everything here. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. As you can see, you have 4 quadrants here on the screen. You have your entertainment down here. It says minimum volume right now. I'm just going to turn that up a hair so we can actually see what it says. It says entertainment, climate, navigation, and phone. Some of this can be accessed right down here on your touch controls, so you can do auto, so it automatically does everything. Your frost, your rear defrost, your max defrost, your temperature settings right down here on the bottom, your skipping sources. All this internally here is for the audio, so you can tune your radio, skip your songs, and there's your big volume knob. Of course, fan continues down here on the bottom. On the other side, you have sound settings, more climate stuff, including max, AC, and AC, and your temperature control for your passenger. This is dual climate, which is quite nice, especially if you have somebody riding that wants to have their side set to hot or cold or what have you, and you want to control your side. You have Sony branding up here because this is a Sony sound system in this car, which does sound quite nice. and your standard CD deck, if anybody still uses CDs these days. So let's look at each individually. So you have your entertainment here. Again, this has quite a few options. You can do Sirius satellite radio, which is included for, I believe, 6 months on this vehicle, AM, FM. You have a few different options to do FM. You have FM channel 1, 2, and 3, Sirius 1, 2, and 3, CD, USB. And if you continue to go down here, Bluetooth stereo when you're connected to your smartphone and or tablet or anything that has Bluetooth. SD card if you have music on there, as well as your AVN. Again, that was in the center console here, if you'd open that up. So it does come with HD radio. You can do scan options, direct tune. You can set it customized to your liking as far as sound. So you can do all this crazy stuff. I don't want to go in here way too in depth. This video would be way too long. Again, you can, set everything from your clock to your display to your vehicle, where you want your speakers to be faded, surround to stereo settings. Quite nice to have all those particular options here in the vehicle. Again, my iPhone is connected. Don't want to let you guys see this too much because otherwise you might see a lot of my contacts and everything else, but you have quick dial phone book. You can also talk to the car, which I will do a demonstration on in a bit, but you can also direct dial from your vehicle to call out. You can also do messaging if the phone is connected via USB. And you also have navigation, which I'm not going to go into in particular because that could show my location. And not that I don't think any of you would stalk me where I live, but you can never be too sure. But right now it's on Milwaukee Street, which is where I live. But here we go. We have climate right here. Go down to that. And as you can see, you have a full array, again, of climate controls, from raising the fan speed to the on-off to, turning your temperature up. If you happen to get really cold, I like to keep it on low because it is quite warm today. It's 70 degrees right now. Heat warmers for both sides. Dual climate control right there. You press that. Each person has its own individual climate settings. You can choose where you want the fan to go, as well as your full array of options, almost exactly like they were down here on the touch-sensitive panel. But anyways, going back to the initial settings here, you have a ton of stuff that you can do, and I am going to show you exactly what it looks like to have one of these settings. I mean, if you go into the settings, you can do voiceover controls, you can do media player, you can do navigation, you can do basically anything you really want to customize this system for yourself. Again, with some limitations, this is a car. I did want to show you one last thing in pertaining to this center console. Again, this is just a quick overview on kind of what this all can do from your center stack here. If we go down here and put this in reverse, remember I did say that this has a rear-facing camera, and again, right there it is. So you can actually see what's behind you, and if you turn the wheel, it'll actually give you slight indents to tell you exactly where it is turning in the white. So that's actually quite nice as well, especially if you're backing up and you want to parallel park and you want to know exactly where you're going to be when you're turning the wheel that much. It does work very well. You can also zoom in up there to get a closer look, just in case you need to really, I don't know why you would, but specifically see something up close. It says also, please check surrounding areas for safety. Again, that very much goes in conjunction with the next system I'm going to show you, which is the camera that's right behind the rear view up here, and the things that are on the side mirrors right here. And that is all part of a driver's assistance package, which is located on this vehicle. Again, it does have little amber lights that light up in each mirror. If somebody is coming in your blind spot and you can't see them, because let's be honest, if you look at these cars, there is a lot of places for you to have blind spots when you are looking around. That will help you out by giving you those indicators right there. Also, if you look on the secondary display up here, you do get lane markers right there. That is where that camera comes in. It'll actually nudge you back into your lane. It'll show you red marks or yellow marks depending on where you are on the road. So it's very nice that it gives you that option to know exactly where you are, especially if you don't trust somebody when driving your car, etc. It is nice to have that. Speaking of screens right up here, let's continue on with the overview. Again, these two screens are pretty much going to be your godsend when using this car, because it's going to give you all the information that you like. You have a regular speedometer in the middle, as well as what mode you're in, reverse, neutral, drive, etc. On the right side, we are going to get all your entertainment and control options. So with each little joystick, you have both of them right here in your steering wheel, one on the right, one on the left. This one is going to control everything you see on that screen right there, and I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit here for you guys. So you have entertainment, you have your phone, navigation, and you also have climate, so you can actually control it right from your steering wheel, which is nice. You don't even need, to reach over and say, well, I want to go up to this. You can control your fan, Not fast enough for you, do it right there, and it gives you all that option right here from this little joystick. Again, you can pretty much control anything your heart desires. Again, this is from the right joystick. Moving to the left, a lot more options as far as what the car is actually doing. As you can see, you have your Enlightened Mode up here. This is kind of a mode that tells you, you know, how you're driving. On the right, you kind of have a little thing on how many kilowatts of energy you're using, and on the right, you have your miles per gallon. Right now, I'm averaging about 41.4. I do average, I would say, between 42 and 45 when I'm driving in the city, but if you're driving, and I do this driving a lot, on the back roads or on the highways, freeways, if you're in the country, if you have a long commute to work, I will say that you could probably expect to average between 35 and 38 miles per gallon. I've never seen it drop below that, which is great. And you also have your battery indicator right there and your gas gauge as well. But if you hit that to the left, you can see that there's many other display types. You can do trip 1 and 2 if you're looking at trips, your fuel economy. So it tells you exactly, you know, when you were driving, how many miles per gallon you're getting. Kind of nice to have there. Information and settings where you can kind of control everything from all the little gizmos and gadgets on this car to exactly how you want this screen to behave. So it's actually quite nice to have all those different options. Again, you can change it just by clicking it up. That's what I'm averaging. That's my miles to empty, and average MPG, empower, engage, and back to enlighten. So it has several different view types, which is kind of nice right there as well. Just want to give you guys, again, one more quick demo here. This is where you have your, you know, windshield wipers on the right, and you have your turn signals here on the left. If you just tap it down, it'll give you 3. So if you're changing lanes or whatnot, that's actually pretty nice. If you click it all the way down, it'll stay there until you actually turn. Kind of a nice option there. Now all these settings right here have to do with your cruise control. That's on the left side, and all of your controls right over here are for your sync system, your multimedia, your volume, for your stereo. But I do want to give kind of a quick example on how the sync system works when you're actually talking to it. So as you can see right now, and I'm going to kind of show you this screen because this is kind of where that all happens. You have a little mouth with a voice here on the steering wheel, as you saw. So let's say, you know, I'm listening to my music, but let's say, you know, I'm getting quite cold and I don't want it to be on low anymore. You know, I don't want to mess with any more buttons. I just want to talk to the car. I want to say, hey, turn this up to 70. I'm getting cold. So here's what you do. You press the button.
Please say a command.
Climate.
Climate, say a command.
Raise temperature to 70 degrees.
Did you say 70 degrees?
Yes.
Setting temperature to 70 degrees.
So it automatically realized, and there's several prompts that you have to go through, and there's a complete list in my Ford Touch in the sync system that will give you exactly what kind of commands that you can give this car to have it do certain things like that, call people, search for restaurants, directions to certain venues, or, you know, your actual addresses. And now you can hear the car just started up. So when the power gets too low on the battery, the car will start up to recharge it. Again, this car, it's not like an Energy. This is actually a car that is self-sufficient. It runs on gas, but when the power gets too low, it starts itself up and it keeps itself running. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. This has just been a quick overview. I've really enjoyed having this car and driving this car. It's been an absolute privilege. I'm coming again from a 99 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. This car has been a great update, an expensive update, but a very nice update nonetheless. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the 2014 Fusion Hybrid Titanium. Like I said, it's a really great car. I really do love it. Probably one of the best cars I've ever owned, and this is actually my first brand new car. I've always had cars that were slightly older, as in my 99 Monte Carlo that I had before this. Was really just getting plagued down with problems, and it really just kept, you know, like every 6 months it would have something go wrong with it. Really wasn't worth putting any more money into it, so I decided to make a good investment into the Fusion Titanium. It has been an excellent car for me, and also the fact that I've been able to achieve really outstanding fuel economy. 45, you know, to 50 miles per gallon in the city and on the highway is actually quite impressive. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and please leave your comments below on what you think about this car, or if you're planning to get a hybrid or a new car in the future. I'm kind of a little bit of a car guy, so I like to hear what you guys think, or what you guys have, or what you may be thinking about purchasing. Also, feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you happen to like this video, as well as hit that subscribe button to check out more technology content. I am primarily a technology guy here on this channel.
channel. So I do a little bit of everything from, you know, the Mac to Apple to Microsoft to Windows to Samsung to Google to Android to iOS, unboxings, reviews, what have you. A little bit of everything for us here in the technology community, us that are technologists like myself. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys do happen to like this video, please check out my channel, where you can check out all past, present, and future videos. And again, if you do hit that subscribe button, you will be updated free right in your subscription feed of whenever I post a new video like this one. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great one till then, guys.